Hey everyone, this is GamerCat09 and welcome back to Corpse Party, Book of Shadows. We are continuing on in the next chapter. We are going to be going to Purgatory because why not? It's Friday the 13th and this is how we celebrate it. Happy Friday the 13th, everybody. Everybody else who watches this later is going to be like, ooh. Our friendship will last forever. It will never die. My mind was in a daze. The lights on the ceiling were spinning, moving in and out of one another, alternating between hazy and distinct and forming spiral patterns in my eyelids. I was being jerked along the floor by my legs like a heavy sack of rocks. I could feel every step he took vibrate across my entire body. But I couldn't do anything to stop it. I could no longer move of my own accord. I just kept getting dragged inch by inch across that filthy floor. Then eventually he stopped and threw me down, and I rolled hard onto my face. I was helpless before him. Trying to think who Sayaka is. Oh boy. That piece of chocolate had fallen out of my pocket. I was pretty sure it did anyway. And I wasn't about to let anyone else have it. Give it back, you bastard. The large man took my crumpled form and roughly flipped me back over by the legs, as if I were nothing more than a doll to him. I was facing him from the middle of the hallway as he readied his enormous hammer and looked right into my eyes. Was this it? Was I going to be killed now? Please God, no. I was terrified, but not entirely. After all, she's coming to save me. Naho's coming. I know she is. She'll always come. She's my friend. Oh boy. Yeah, we started out really quick tonight in Purgatory. Okay, that's Sayaka. Oh god, my name is Sayaka Uwa. I'm a junior at Paulonia Academy High School. I'm just a normal girl, but my job conflicts with my studies, so I don't go to school all that often. And this was the first day I had free in a while, so I called out my friend Naho and we spent the whole day together having a blast. The last event on our schedule was a Twinkle Girls concert. They play every so often at a local venue called Club Beta. And they're all so incredibly cute. I try to catch them whenever I can. Recently, Twinkle had been performing on evening request shows, and they've been getting more and more attention. As well they should, you know.
メンバーの子たちとはメールとかツイッターでもよく絡んでる程度には仲良しだったりするんだよ。
I joined them on the program a few times myself, and the group and I like to keep in touch through texts and tweets. What time period is this in if they're tweeting, if they're talking about tweeting? My eyes met with Naho's, and we both put our hands in the air, like we just didn't care. So cute! Thanks, Sayaka. Twinkle's the best. I think I'm in love. Right? Aren't they awesome? I mean, their moves in that last song. Oh, I remember. Check it. Check this out. Whoa, you got it down, girl. Though I think your hip movements are a teensy bit off. Outside Club Beta after the show, fans were hanging around the street corner, immersed in the lingering rhythm of the music. I wanted to ride that wave myself, but didn't like the idea of blocking the road in the process, so Naho and I just pranced our way back to the station. Hey, check it out! I bought a towel! Naho began waving around a towel she'd bought at the merchandise booths after the show. She looked like a matador? Matador, taunting a pop idol. Haha, the new #1 fan. That's excellent. I'll have to buy one next time myself. Oh, it's still only 9. Hey, Sayaka, what say we drop by Gust's on the way back? Come on, let's get ourselves some sweets to eat. Sounds pretty sweet to me. Lead on. Sounds like they were BFFs. Give me a strawberry milk flan special, please. Whatever it was Naho had ordered, it sounded completely alien to me. The heck is that? Sounds super sugary. Something that'll put me in 7th heaven, that's what. It's covered in milk chocolate and ridiculously delicious. Sounds good. This is Naho Sainoki. We're in the same school, same year, same class. Our backgrounds are sort of similar, and, well, we talk all the time and eat together and stuff. But most of all, just look how cute she is. When we're together, she even makes a gal like me all wobbly. I love this little lady. Point is, it's good, and you're welcome to try some if you'd like. Why, thank you. As for me, I believe I'll go with the butterful pancakes. Coming right up. They do say girls shouldn't ingest a lot of calories after 9 at night, but hell, we hadn't eaten anything all day, so I figured why not indulge a little. Girl, what are you doing that you haven't ate at all and it's already after 9 o'clock at night? What the fuck is wrong with you? You just don't eat all freaking day and you're at a concert? I don't know. That's a little extreme to me. Naho was gazing longingly at her towel while singing the melody to one of Twinkle's songs.
学校のクラスメートがこの姿を見たら多分びっくりするはずだよ。
She's usually a really cool and collected person, so I bet her classmates would flip out if they saw her like this.
私と二人っきりの時にだけこんな猫みたいな面白い姿を見せてくれるの。友達としてそれが結構嬉しかったりするんだ。
It was only when the two of us were alone together that she would let loose with all this feline-like personality of hers, and it always made me feel really special.
そんなに喜んでくれたら誘った私も嬉しいよ。
You sure seem like you had a great time. I'm glad you can join me.
おもむろに顔を上げてなほちゃんが私の目を見つめてくる。吸い込まれそうなぐらい澄んだ瞳。
Naho slowly raised her head up and looked into my eyes, and wow, what a gaze that girl had. I felt like I could lose myself in those perfect peepers.
どうしたの？
Huh? Something wrong?
心配だよさやか。このところあんまり休めてないんじゃない？
I'm worried about you, Sayaka. You haven't been getting enough rest lately, have you?
顔に出ていた疲労は完璧に消してきたのに、なほちゃんはしっかり見抜く。この子に隠し事は絶対にできないな。
I'd completely hidden my fatigue, but Naho somehow saw right through me. I could never keep anything from her.
この2ヶ月土日なしだったよ。
Yeah, I haven't really had weekends these last 2 months.
声優さんとかドラマとかウェブラジオとかすごく忙しそう。
Voice acting, soap operas, online radio. Yeah, I can definitely see the problem.
なほたんもじゃあ毎日飛び回ってるでしょ。ラジオだけじゃなく心霊取材とか読モとか。そうだ、今度映画にも出るんでしょ。すごいじゃん。
I'll bet you're the one to talk, though. Radio, ghost hunts, and oh yeah, aren't you supposed to be in a movie too? Totally jelly, by the way.
ただのエキストラだよ。斎藤工の後ろでずーっとフレンチ食べてるだけ。
I'm just an extra. I'll be sitting behind Takumu Saito, eating French food. Hooray for me.
てか、まだ言ってなかったのに、どうして知ってるの？
Hi, Spooky Trevor. Happy Friday. I didn't announce that yet, though. Where'd you hear about it?
田口さんのブログ、超書いてあったよ。太文字で、みんななほちゃんを応援してくださいって。
On Mr. Taguchi's blog, of course. He wrote a ton about it, all in boldface, and he told everybody to cheer you on as loud as they could. Oy vey.
げっそりとした顔で、なほちゃんはペタリと机に伏せる。
Her expression twisted into an exaggerated blah pose, and she sprawled out across the table.
あの人の横では何の話もできないな。
You can't say anything around that guy.
顎を机の上に乗せて、ほっぺたをぷーっと膨らませるなほちゃんをしばらく眺めて、私はいつ切り出そうかと迷っていた相談事に触れてみたの。
For a while I gazed at Naho, who had placed her chin on the table and puffed out her cheeks. Not sure how to break the silence, I tried switching
あ
subjects.
のね、なほたん。今度私のラジオでさ、怖い話特集やるの。
Oh, hey Naho! For my next radio show, I'm doing a special on scary stories.
突っ伏したままのなほちゃんが目を開ける。おや？興味ありかな？
The deflated Naho suddenly reinflated. Guess I'd pique her interest.
なほたん声いいしさ、ぜひ出てくれない？リスナーからの怖い話のお便りに専門家のコメントをつけてくれたらと思うの。
You've got a great voice, and I'd love to have you as a guest speaker. You can be my expert, commenting on ghost stories submitted by listeners. These girls are in high school, apparently, and they're already this successful? That's ridiculous.
なほちゃんは机に頭を乗せたまま、しばらく考え込んでしまった。何か心配事でもあるのかな？
Her head still glued to the table, Naho fell deep into thought. She seemed oddly concerned.
けれど、私は今一瞬、この子の目がキラッとしたのを見逃さない。もう一押しだ。
I couldn't miss the momentary twinkle in her eye, though. Success. I just needed to rebait the line, and she was as good as caught.
ね、お願い。なほたん顔出し OK でしょ？
Come on, please. For me.
うちのリスナーさんたちも私たちの関係知ってるから、なほたんまだーってメールがしょっちゅう来てるし、超喜んでくれると思うんだよね。
My listeners know we're friends, and I get a lot of messages asking me, why haven't you been on the show yet? You'd be a big hit for sure.
何より私がなほたんと一緒にラジオをやってみたいの。
But more than anything, I really just want to see what it's like to co-host a show with my bestest buddy, Naho.
にゃんにゃん。
Meow meow.
あ、にゃむにゃむした。この子興味を示したわ。あとはカリカリで釣ればきっと飛びつくわ。
Oh, she mewed. She was showing interest. It wouldn't take much to get her to pounce on this old yarn now.
にゃー。
Aw. Oh
ほら
boy.
ほらほらほ
Come on, come
ら。
on.
おにゃー。たまになほちゃんは猫に、私は飼い主さんに化ける。
This was a thing that just sort of happened between us sometimes. She'd turn into a cat, and I played the part of her master. Interesting.
じゃあギャラは金の猫か？
There's some fancy cat food in it if you say yes.
どういうことなんだぜ。
What's that supposed to mean
だ
exactly?
ってキルフェノンのカフェをご馳走するのでどう？
I'll treat you at Cafe Quilfeitnon. Sound good?
なほちゃんの顔がパーッと明るくなる。
Naho's face lit up.
出る出る。
Okay, I'll do it.
ありがとう。大好きなほたん。
Yeah, thank you, thank you. I love you, Naho.
おにゃー。シャ
That was a hiss. That was a terrible hiss.
ー。なんでシャーするのよ。
Why are you hissing at me?
よし、快諾を取り付けた。私はこの時、顔いっぱいで至福の笑みを浮かべていたはず。
I did it. I'd gotten the green light. My smile couldn't have been bigger at that moment.
なほちゃんは今本当に人気があって、他のラジオにも呼ばれてたりしてるから、スケジュールを抑えるのが大変な子なのだ。
Naho's popularity had exploded recently, so she'd been having a hard time managing all the requests she'd been getting to appear on other radio shows.
一度仕事でも絡んでみたいと思ってたんだけど、こうもあっさり実現するとは。
I've been hoping to get a chance to tie our work together at some point, but I never imagined it'd be this easy.
注文したスターミルクプリンスペシャルとバターたっぷりパンケーキを食べさせっこしながら楽しんでいたら、
So with that out of the way, we sat back and enjoyed the hell out of our butterful pancakes and strawberry milk flan
い
special.
つの間にか時計は10時を回っていた。
And before we knew it, it was past 10 o'clock.
そろそろ帰ろうかと、なほちゃんと2人で席を立ち、そのままキャッキャウフフしながら帰路に着いたの。
Naho and I stood up and started down the road home, giggling and giggling and chatting the whole way.
なほたん、次学校いつ出る？
So Naho, when are you going to school again?
明日行くよ。仕事でだいぶ授業サボってたから、せめてレポート出すようにって言われてるの。
Planned on it tomorrow. I've been ditching class a lot for work, and they said I should at least show up to hand in my report.
ああ、なるほどね。
Oh, okay.
うん、さやかも出さなきゃだよ、きっと。次、学校行ったら言われるよ。
You're going to have to turn it in too, you know. They'll be asking for it next time you're there.
マジか。まあいいや、レポートくらい一晩徹夜すればなんとかなるさ。
Really? Well, whatever. It's just a report. It'll work itself out if I stay up all night.
ああ、そうだ。家寄って響先生の本持ってく？読みたいって言ってたよね。どうせ帰り道だし。
Oh, hey, you want to stop in and grab Kabicki's new book? You've been dying to read it, right? And his place is on your way, so...
借りる借りる。
Oh, yes, please.
おっすおっす。
Right this way then, madame.
帰り道、ちょうど私の家に向かう道になほちゃんが住んでる。というか、居候してる作家のキビキ先生のお屋敷がある。
Naho's house was literally on the way home for me, or rather, Mr. Kabicki's house, since that's where she'd been staying for the last little while. Seiko possessed these two, right? I was getting some Seiko vibes from that.
事情があって、なほちゃんは今実家でなくて、ここから学校に通ってる。
Due to various circumstances, Naho had been commuting to school from here rather than living with her parents.
先
Why?
生に弟子にしてもらうために転がり込んだって話だけど、この子の行動力にはいつも見習わなきゃって思わされる。
Supposedly, she moved in to study under Mr. Kabiki like his Padawan. She was always willing to go that extra mile, and I always admired that about her. Why is a teenager staying with an old man? Like an older man? That just seems like a giant red flag to me.
先生、ただいま。
Kabiki, I'm home.
やあ、おかえり。
Like, for real.
寒くなかったかい？
Welcome back. Not too cold out, I trust.
はい。
Nah.
君は
Ah, hello. You must be.
おろおろしていた私に目をやり、優しい目でキビキ先生が話しかけてくれた。イケメンだ。わ、イケメンだ。
Also, this purple streak, I am really digging. Oh, it is so... That is... This is like Makoto level sexy, I'd say. This is pretty like... But at the same time, why are you staying with him? You can't tell me there's nothing happening here. I was nervous as he looked me over, but he had very kind eyes, and man was he ever hot. Like, old school Japanese style hot.
こんばんは、はじめまして。大上さやかと申します。
Good evening. It's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Sayaka Uwa? How the fuck do you pronounce that? Yes, Makoto from Calling Sexy. This is Makoto level. Like, also, how the fuck do you pronounce this? Uye? Is there a way to Oh. Can I play the voice?
おろおろしていた私に目をやり、優しい目でキビキ先生が話しかけてくれた。イケメンだ。わ、イケメンだ。
Huh. Oh, maybe I can,
ペコリと頭を下げると、先生は優しい佇まいで微笑んでくれる。
maybe now I can go back in and... Yes. Oh wait, I gotta go.
こんばんは、はじめまして。大上さやかと申します。
I have no idea. I can't even hear that.
こんばんは、はじめまして。大上さやかと申します。
Owa?
こんばんは、はじめまして。大上さやかと申します。
It just sounds like Owa. Like Owa. It just sounds like OHA to me. Okay, sure. I bowed quickly and Mr. Kabiki flashed a gentle smile.
キビキです。ナホ君と仲良くしてくれてありがとう。いつも君の話を聞いていますよ。
I'm Kabiki. Thanks for always looking after Naho. She talks about you quite a lot.
嬉しいです。私もなほちゃんからキビキ先生のことはいっぱい聞かせていただいています。
I'm so glad. I've also heard a lot about you, Mr. Kabiki.
きっと私の失敗談ばかりじゃないかい？
A laundry list of failed publications, no doubt.
そんな、とんでもない。
Oh no, that's not true at all.
ねえねえさやか、せっかくだからお茶でも飲んでいかない？先生がね、超美味しいセカンドフラッシュのダージリンを買ってきてくれたの。
Hey, Sayaka, since you're here, why don't you stay for tea or something? Kabiki bought some really amazing second flush Darjeeling. Darjeeling? Well...
急な振りにおろおろする。夜遅いし、先生に迷惑じゃないかな。
I kind of felt like I was being put on the spot. I mean, it was already late, and I doubted Mr. Kabiki was too keen on playing host.
いいですか、先生。
You don't mind, do you, Kabiki?
もちろん。ただ、お家の方が心配されるから、連絡だけしておくといいね。
Of course not, though you best give your family a call and let them know where you are. You wouldn't want to worry them after all.
ありがとうございます。じゃあ少しだけお邪魔します。
Thank you very much. I hope it isn't too much trouble.
ゆっくりしていきなさい。
Please make yourself at home.
笑顔が優しい。こりゃなほちゃんが夢中になるのもわかるよ。
Dude's got a killer smile. It was easy to see why Naho got so into him.
さあ奥へ行きましょう。入って。
Alright then, come on in. Okay.
先生の前だとなほちゃんはいつものクールなキャラに戻っちゃう。家に電話を入れた私は挙動不審になりながらリビングに通された。
In front of Kabiki, Naho returned to her usual cool self. After calling home, I passed nervously through the living room, feeling a bit like I was imposing.
広くゆったりとしたリビングは和風なイメージとベトナム系のアジアン雑貨や家具が見事に融合して独特の落ち着いた雰囲気を醸し出していた。
But what a living room it was! The furnishings were a fusion of Japanese and Vietnamese styles, and everything just looked really posh and inviting.
素敵。
This place is incredible!
荷物はその辺に置いてください。自由にくつろいでね。では私はダージリンを入れてくるよ。
Go ahead and leave your bag over there, and please get comfortable. I'll put on the Darjeeling.
あ、すみません。
Oh, thank you very much.
先生、ありがとう。
Thanks, Kibiki.
平気だよ。私も飲みたかったんだ。
It's no problem at all. I was looking forward to drink some myself, in fact.
笑顔を残してキビキ先生は部屋の奥へ消えていった。素敵。
He's gonna drug everything, isn't he? He's gonna drug us. Kibiki then disappeared into another room, his smile never once fading. A total dreamboat all the way.
なほちゃんに誘われていくらするのかわからない高級そうなソファーに私は緊張しながら腰掛けた。
Naho gestured for me to sit, so I cautiously plopped myself down on an expensive-looking sofa.
おお、沈む。
Whoa, I'm sinking!
さやか、リラックスしていってね。私ちょっとお手洗い行ってくる。
Sayaka, just relax, okay? I'm going to go hit the little girl's room. You live in a house with a man! It's not a little girl's room anymore. Hate to tell you, sweetheart, you now use a bathroom just like everybody else.
うん、じゃあ寝とく。
Okay, I'll be napping here when you get back.
いいよ。
Go for it.
変な姿勢で固まったまま沈んだ私を笑いながらなほちゃんが席を立つ。その数秒後だった。なほちゃんの悲鳴がお屋敷中に響き渡ったのは。
Naho began walking out of the room, chuckling at my swiftly sinking form. Mere moments later, though...
び
Uh-oh.
っくりして声のした方を振り返る。
That sure caught me by surprise. I turned in the direction of the scream, concerned.
田口さんも鍵ぐらいしてよ。
God, Taguchi, lock the damn door when you're in there.
ごめんなおちゃん。
Sorry, Naho.
すごい勢いで扉が閉められていた。噂の田口さん。いやー、修羅場だ。
I heard the door slam shut with incredible force, so that was the infamous Mr. Taguchi, huh? No love lost between those two, it seemed.
信じらんない。
The nerve of that guy.
キッチンから目を丸くして顔を出していたキビキ先生もふふっと笑って頭を引っ込める。素敵。
Having peeked out to check on Naho, Mr. Kabiki again withdrew his wide-eyed face to the kitchen, laughing softly. I swear I could look at him all day. I know, I want some tea as well. I'm thirsty for tea.
深い黄色の雫を一滴からも味わうようにそっと口の中に溶かし込む。
Trying to savor each single droplet of the deep crimson liquid in my cup, I slowly and carefully imbibed the tea that was placed before
キ
me.
ビキ先生の入れてくれた紅茶はそれまで私が飲んでいたものとは全く違う味がした。
Whatever blend Kabiki had brewed bore a flavor unlike anything else I'd ever tasted.
美味しいです。
Ah, it's wonderful.
そう。口に合ってよかった。
Excellent. I'm glad you like it.
深みのある味と香り。紅茶なんてどれも同じだと思ってました。うちにはティーバッグのものしかなくて。
I got such a complex taste and aroma. I always thought all black tea was the same, but then at my house we only have the kind that comes in tea bags.
バッグのものも最近はいい味がするよね。美味しい。ただ私はやはりこれが一番飲み慣れていて好きなんだ。
There's nothing wrong with tea that comes in bags. It's gotten quite good these days, in fact. This is just the way I'm used to drinking it.
美味しいです、先生。
It really is delicious, Mr. Kubiki.
田口さんいつ帰るの？
Isn't it about time for you to go home, Taguchi?
手厳しいな、なおちゃん。
Oh, come on, Naho. Don't be like that.
田口さんってずいぶん年上のはずなんだけど、完全になほちゃんに飲まれちゃってる。なんかこの関係も面白いな。
Taguchi may have been her elder, but he was completely outmatched by Naho. Those two had a fascinating relationship all their own.
そうだ、今日中にレンタル返さなきゃいけないから、そろそろ帰ります。
Actually, you know, I do have a rental video to return by the end of the day, so I guess I should probably be leaving after
ま
all.
たエロビー。
More porn?
違うよ。またってどういうことさ。じゃあ先生。
What? No. And what do you mean by more? Anyway, if you'll excuse me.
テクノブレイク。
Techno break, death by fap!
なほちゃんが田口さんに向かって光線を出している。なんかウルトラマンみたいな構えになってるけど。
Naho faced Mr. Taguchi and posed as if she were shooting a beam of light at him, like some kind of legally unnameable masked hero. Legally unnameable! That's how they avoid copyright. They have to call it a legally unnameable masked hero. Amazing.
ああ、先生、また明日。あ、なほちゃんもね。
I'll see you tomorrow, Mr. Kubiki. You too, Naho.
明日は学校行くから来てもいません。
Actually, I'm going to school tomorrow, so no, you won't.
そうなんだ。珍しいね。
Oh, really? That's a surprise.
29歳、非リア充に幸あれ。
You just keep on keeping on, Taguchi. Rock those 29 years of insubstantial accomplishments.
もう。
Man, you're ruthless.
田口さんはフラフラになって玄関に消えていった。私と並んで楽しそうに眺めていた響先生も笑顔で手を振っていた。
Taguchi staggered to the door and vanished into the outside world, utterly defeated. Watching from next to me, Mr. Kubiki simply waved his hand and smiled.
あ、では私もそろそろおいとまします。ごちそうさまでした。
I should probably be going too. Thank you very much for your hospitality.
そうかい。おもてなしもできなくてすまなかったね。
My pleasure. I'm sorry we couldn't offer you anything more.
とんでもないです。
Oh, please.
田口さんもういないよ。だいぶ先に行ったと思うから、もう出会う心配ないよ。
Well, Taguchi's gone. He's got a pretty good head start, so I don't think you'll have to worry about running into him.
ひどっ。
Wow, you are ruthless.
またゆっくり遊びに来てください。夜道気をつけて。
You're welcome back anytime. Please be careful on your way home.
ありがとうございました。失礼します。
Thank you so much for everything. Have a good night.
響先生の家を出ると、なほちゃんが先の角まで送ってくれた。ひんやりとした空気がほてった方に気持ちいい。
I stepped out from Kubiki's lovely home, and Naho walked me to the corner. The air felt crisp and cool against my cheeks.
今日一日の楽しかった思い出を振り返って、ついでに私はカバンに持っていたトゥインクルの CD を1枚貸して。
It had been a positively lovely day all around. Before parting ways, I lent Naho one of the Twinkle CDs I had in my bag.
私たちはもう一度ハグし合ってから別れたの。
Then we hugged, and I began the short walk back to my own house.
ナホ君、ありがとう。
Thank you, Naho.
君の見つけてきてくれた天神小学校の件。これはすごいよ。
This case you discovered with Heavenly Host Elementary it's absolutely remarkable. Oh boy.
この取材が実現すれば、世界中のオカルト研究がひっくり返る騒ぎになるぞ。たまらない。
If our investigation bears fruit, This could very well turn the world of occult research on its head. It's too good to pass up. Hi, Spooky. Welcome back. We just had tea with sexy Mr. Kabiki. And now we're fast forwarding to the future, I guess. Oh boy.
お父さん、息してないよ。
Daddy's not breathing. That's what that said. Well, that's intense. She had a dream or a nightmare.
夢。
Just a dream.
メモしておかなくちゃ。
I have to write this down.
令状調査ファイル02 K 県天神小学校現在調査中その後の経過と
Sacred Ground Investigation File 2. K Prefecture. Heavenly Host Elementary. Currently under investigation. Further progress.
篠崎家の調査を進めるだけで強い霊障を受けた体の右半分が麻痺左鼓膜に異常姿写真にオーブ影響あり
Encountered fierce spiritual resistance while simply researching the Shinozaki estate. Right side of body paralyzed. Left eardrum ringing.
数週間にわたる増毛感吐き気下血
Orbs visible in photographs. Influence confirmed. Severe dizziness, nausea. Bloody bowel movement experience. Symptoms persist for weeks. Jesus. Is it worth it?
悪夢を毎晩見るも追加だな
Nobody wants bloody diarrhea. I don't think it's worth it. Oh, that sucks to hear. I'm sorry to hear that, Spooky. And unrelenting nightmares on top of all that.
やっぱりあそこは危険すぎるな先生や田口さんは霊に対しての耐性がない人だから行かない方がいいかもしれない
This really is way too dangerous for them. Kibiki and Taguchi don't know how to protect themselves from spirits. They don't go at all. Or they shouldn't go at all.
私の名前は佐江のきなほ霊能調査で全国の心霊スポットを回り依頼者の不安を取り除いたり可能なものは解決したりしている
My name is Naho Sayanoki, and I travel the country investigating reports of haunted locations, assuaging clients' fears, and doing whatever I can to help them.
私の周りには最近ある異変が起こっていた
Recently, strange and unpleasant things had begun happening to me.
先月調査を開始した霊場からそれまで経験したことがないほどの強力な思念体を連れてきてしまったようだ平たく言うと強力な怨霊
I'd been investigating a certain haunted ground for the last month and encountered a malevolent will more powerful than anything I'd ever experienced.
現地から持ち帰ってきた呪術用の片白これがきっと強く作用しているんだと思う
I attributed this to the paper doll I brought back with me, of the sort commonly used in curses. No doubt a bad idea, but invaluable for research.
さっきファミレスでさやかにラジオに出ないって誘われた時私が迷ったのはこれが原因
This is the reason I hesitated when Sayaka asked me to be on her radio show at the restaurant
霊に
earlier.
まつわる怪談話は霊を刺激する
Ghost stories can actually provoke the spirits involved in them.
私の周りにつきまとっているそれがさやかに影響してしまわないかと懸念していたのだ
I was afraid that whatever entity had launched or had latched onto me might have some negative effect on Sayaka as well.
ただこの霊は私の体調をむちゃくちゃにしてくれている以外は外に向かって影響を与えたことがないし。
Fortunately, aside from wreaking havoc on my physiology, the spirit didn't seem to be affecting those around me in any way.
私が抑え込んでやればさやかのラジオもきっと大丈夫だと思う。
If I could just keep it under control, I was certain my appearance on Sayaka's radio show would go off without a hitch.
先生、
Kabiki?
キッチン直行で水を飲みに行ったから気づかなかったけれど、リビングのソファーで響先生が眠っていた。
I'd gone to the kitchen for a glass of water, and though I hadn't noticed on my way down, I saw Kabiki fast asleep on the living room sofa as I headed back.
先生、風邪ひいちゃいますよ。先生。
Yes, the chat is very quiet. I think everybody's just listening to the soothing sound of my voice. Kabiki, you're going to catch a cold down here, you know, Kabiki. He's sleeping. Does not matter, is sleeping.
よく眠ってる。先生、かわいい。
Sound asleep. Oh, Kabiki, you're so cute.
先生、昨日徹夜だったから、きっとお昼まで寝てるな。
Kabiki had pulled an all-nighter last night, so I was pretty sure he'd sleep well into the afternoon.
暖かいでしょ、先生。この毛布。いい夢見てくださいね。
There we go. A nice warm blanket for you. Sweet dreams. That's what I'd like to be doing right now. I'm so tired. Sleep for me, Kabiki.
心霊調査は危険。いろんな人に深入りしないようにって忠告される。どうしてこんなことをするかというと、すべてはそう。先生のため。
Spirit research is a decidedly dangerous field. Numerous people had warned me not to get in too deep. So why did I do it? For Kabiki, of course.
私の調査の力を使うことで、先生の怪奇小説のお仕事がはかどるなら、先生の面白い作品がたくさん世に生み出されるなら、私は何だってできる。
If Kabiki could make progress on his occult novel through my research, if he could succeed in all his endeavors, then no price would be too high, I felt.
先生が褒めてくれるなら、私は全てを犠牲にしたっていい。
For his respect and admiration, I'd happily sacrifice anything and anyone.
やっぱり先生と田口さんだけで天神小学校へは行かせられないな。危ないもの。私もついていこう。
Yeah, it's definitely too dangerous to send Kabiki and Taguchi to Heavenly Host by themselves. I'll have to make sure I go with them.
先生の毛布を肩までかけ直して部屋に戻る。私が学校に行く時もまだ眠っていると思うから、置き手紙をしておくことに決めた。
I tucked Kabiki in and returned to my room. Realizing he'd still be asleep when I left for school, I decided to write him a note.
先生は逆に私のことを心配して、田口さんと2人だけで天神小に行くって言ってくれている。
Just as I was concerned for him, Kabiki was worried about putting me in danger as well, stating his prior intent to go to Heavenly Host with Taguchi
そ
instead.
の優しい思いやりに、私は今まで2人だけだと余計危ないとは言い出せずにいたのだ。
I was so flattered by his consideration that I just didn't have the heart to lecture him about how ludicrously bad an idea that was.
先生へ。
Let's see, to my dear mentor. Sounds like she really likes him.
時刻は午前11時になりました。最新ニュースをお伝えします。
The time is now 11 in the morning. Here's the latest news of the day.
東京新宿駅東南口のエスカレーター下広場で起こった女学生死体遺棄事件につきまして、
The body of a schoolgirl was discovered in the plaza near the escalators at the southeast exit of Tokyo's Shinjuku Station.
おはよう、ナオくん。君の見つけてくれた天神町に伝わる都市伝説だが、
Good morning, Naho. I wanted to talk to you about that Tenjin urban legend you found. She's
君に
gone.
危険があってはと思うので、やはり私たちだけで。
I really think it may be a bit too dangerous to bring you along, so Taguchi and I should probably go by
い
ourselves.
ないのか。そういえば今日は珍しく学校へ行くと言っていたか。
Huh. She's not here. Come to think of it, she did say she'd be going to school today, which is rather unlike her.
相変わらず綺麗に使っているな。私の書斎とは大違いだ。
As usual, everything's in perfect order in this room, like night and day compared to my study.
机の上に書き置きがある。
What's this? A note?
先生へ、私先生のためなら全然動けます。
To my dear mentor, for you, I'll go to any lengths.
天神町で行った調査のまとめを検討しますと、多分例の方法を逆打ちすることで帰ってこられると思います。
Based on my findings from old Tenjin Town records, I feel more confident that it is possible to return from the school using the escape plan we discussed.
例に対する耐性を持たない先生と田口さんだけでは、あの学校は危険だと思うので。
But you and Taguchi don't have the ability to resist spirits like I do. It would be far too dangerous in there for just the two of you.
今日学校から帰ったら、やはり私も一緒に篠崎幸子のおまじないを行います。
So when I get home from school today, I'll be joining you in performing the charm of Sachiko Shinuzaki.
本当に成功するかどうか低めの確率ですけれど、うまく潜入できればきっといいネタゲットできますよね。
I don't hold out much hope for our success, but if it works, you're seriously going to get the scoop to end all scoops.
先生のお仕事第3回も編集部が評価してくれたら、美味しいもの食べさせてね、なほより。
If I can help make lightning strike a third time for you with your editorial department, then you totally owe me dinner, Naho.
ありがとう、ナオ君。だがやはり君を私の仕事のためにこれ以上危険な目に遭わせるわけにはいかないよ。
Thank you, Naho, but I really can't allow you to put yourself in danger like that.
逆打ちの方法は分かっている。天神小学校へは私が田口君と2人で行ってみるから、君は吉報を待っていてくれ。
I know the escape plan. I'm going to go with trusty old Taguchi, and you're going to wait for us here.
返事の置き手紙でも書いておくかな。
I guess I should write her a note to that effect. Good morning, Mr. Kibiki. Are you awake?
彼も気合十分だな。よし、行くか。
Well, he's full of spirit today. Perfect then. Let's not waste any more time.
午前の収録が終わってすぐに学校に来たんだけど、お昼休みの時間になっちゃった。案の定クラスにはなほちゃんの姿はなかった。
I went to school as soon as I finished my morning recording session, but by then it was already lunchtime, and Naho had skipped class, as usual.
でも私は知ってるんだ。普段仕事でめったに出てこないあの子がクラスメートの喧騒を避けて昼休みにいつもいる場所を。
But I knew where to find her. Work may have kept her out of school most of the time, but when she did come, there was one spot she always chose for lunch.
なぜかってそれは私もいつも同じ場所に行くから。
She liked to get away from the noisy classrooms to eat in peace, and I knew this because, well, I did this too. This wasn't just her spot, but mine as well.
先生に見つかったら怒られそうだけど。
We'd probably get in trouble if a teacher ever found us there, though.
扉の鍵が壊れてて屋上に出れちゃうんだよね。はあ、いい風、気持ちいいな、日差し。
See, the lock on the door leading to the school roof just happened to be broken, so... what a nice breeze. And that sunlight, too. Absolutely magical.
校舎と校舎の間に転落防止用のフェンスがある。 あんまり高くないから余裕で越えられちゃうのよね。
There was a fence between the buildings to prevent students from falling, but it wasn't very high, so getting over it was a fairly simple task.
よし。
Alley-oop! Oh, panty shot.
突風にも負けず余裕で乗り越える。下を見るとちょっと怖いけど、ここを越えるといい日陰の場所があるのよね。
I crossed the gap, mindful of any stray gusts of wind. The best shade was on that side, so as long as I didn't look down, it was well worth the effort.
あ、いたいた。なほた
And there she is! Oh, Naho!
ー。その場所にやっぱりなほちゃんはいた。
As expected, she was nestled right into her usual
お
spot.
昼休みの学校の屋上で紙パックを加えて読書にふける女子高生。
The sight was positively picturesque. A high school girl all tucked away on the school roof, nose buried in a book with a nondescript paper dust jacket.
この子がやると何でも絵になるな。
I swear you could just paint any moment of this girl's life and it would make a fine portrait. These voice lines are so well done, I literally thought someone was shouting behind my window, which is scary because I live on the second floor. Oh god! Yeah, they definitely voiced everything really well.
さやか、オスオス。昨日結構遅くなったけど大丈夫だった？家。
Sayaka, hey there! Sorry to have kept you out so late last night. Hope your family wasn't mad at you or anything.
うん、大丈夫。怒られなかったぜ。
Nope, no problems at all. They were A-okay with it.
おお、手なずけてるね、親。
Oh, seems like you've trained them well.
口悪い。じゃあ、昨日借りた先生の作品、すごいんだけど。
So what are you implying? So hey, that book from Mr. Kubicki you lent me yesterday. Freaking awesome.
でしょ、引っ張られるでしょ。
Right? Didn't it just totally suck you in?
最初の殺人現場、森林描写のまくしたてとか大好き。気が狂ってるよね、あの主人公。
I love how it goes on and on with the psychological descriptions of the first murder scene. That protagonist is totally nutso.
現場の移動中に読み始めちゃったからテンション上げ直すの大変だったけどね。続き読むの楽しみだよ。
Yeah, I wish I hadn't been reading it in bits and pieces during my work commute though. Kinda took away from the tension, but I can't wait to read more.
読んでみて読んでみて。あ、そうだ、昨日借りたトゥインクルの CD もやばかった。もう死ぬ。
Yeah, just keep at it. It's gonna blow your mind. Oh yeah, and that Twinkle CD you lent me? To die for. Seriously.
ほんと？よかった。ライブの曲いっぱい入ってたでしょ。トゥインクルはね、PV がまたいいのよ。
Really? Awesome. I'll bet you recognized a bunch of those songs from the concert, right? You should check out some of their music videos sometime too.
携帯に入ってるかな？入ってないよ。今度見せるよ。
Maybe I got one on my phone so I can show you now. Nope, guess not. I'll have to give you a rain check on that.
歌ってみたやったらウケるかな？
I wonder if there are any good fan-made ones.
いいね。超見るよ私も。
Oh, good call. If there are, I totally want to see.
やった。
The bell.
もう1時間。じゃあ私またちょっと打ち合わせに行ってくるわ。
One already? Well, I've got an appointment I can't miss, I'm afraid.
なほた、今日放課後収録よろしくね。5時半に東新宿だから4時に校門前待ち合わせでいいかな。
Guess I'll see you after school for recording. It's at 5:30 in East Shinjuku, so we should probably meet at 4 behind the school gate.
オッケー、ナイス校門。
Okay, you said behind the gate.
そこ繰り返さなくていいよ。
Really? What are you, 5?
なほちゃんは相変わらずのテンションだ。今日の収録もきっと楽しくなるぞ。
Naho was cool as a cucumber, just like always. Today's recording was sure to be a blast. Uh-oh.
しつこいな。
This one's persistent, I'll give her that.
滑血？嘘でしょ。まさかこの呪い細胞にまで影響を与える類じゃ。
Ugh, blood? Really? Is this curse honestly affecting me all the way down to the cellular level?
いつまでつきまとう気なの？
Seriously, how long are you planning on haunting me? Oh boy. A ghost that Naho can't
皆さんこん
control.
ばんは。大上さやかのラブブレイバー、今夜も始まりましたよ。イエーイ。
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to tonight's installment of Sayaka Ue's Love Braver. The night don't start till I pour out my heart.
張り切っていきましょう。そうそう、今日はね、私学校に行ったの。友達に会いに。
So let's get pouring, shall we? You'll never guess where I went today. I went to school. I met up with a friend,
久
actually.
しぶりにリラックスできたよ。めっちゃ喋ってきた。めっちゃ喋った。
It was the first time in a while I could just kick back and relax. We talked forever. Like, forever.
あ、勉強もしに。
But, of course, the real reason I went was to learn stuff in junk. Of course. Hehe.
なんかスタッフが受けてる。なんで？え？
They're laughing at me in the control booth. What's going on in there, fellas? Huh?
大上が学校に行く絵が面白い？
The thought of Miss Ue actually going to school is hilarious.
いや、行くよ、行くだろ。私だってみんなと同じ高校生なんだから。
Sayaka really does sound like Seiko. Like, even her voice, everything. Hey, come on. I go to school. I do. I'm a high school student just like everybody else my age.
あれやな、受けてるって意味か。クスクス笑いもやめろ。気を使うな。
Don't laugh. You're trying to say I'm too old, too cool for school? Seriously, stop it. You're going to give me a complex.
おかしいな。学校っていいねって言いたかったのに、どうしてこうなった？
Some days you just can't win, you know? All I wanted to do was say how great school is, and look what happened. I'm a laughing stock.
まあいいや。では、今夜も30分、じっくりお付き合いください。ブレイバー。
Well, I'm glad you guys are having fun at least. Let's enjoy our half hour together tonight to the fullest. Braver!
さやかのパーソナリティぶりはさすがだった。プロの仕事を目の当たりにすると、私の気も引き締まる。
Sayaka's on-air personality was incredible. I was absolutely listening to a pro at work, and she had me hooked from the moment the show began.
はい、前慣れいただきました。さいのきさん、どうぞブースへ。
Okay, that wraps up the intro, Miss Saenoki. Saenoki? Please head into the booth.
はい。
On my
ゲ
way.
ストの私が招かれる。収録ブースに入ると、さやかがマイクの向かいに座って手を振っていた。
It was my turn now as guest speaker. When I entered the recording booth, Sayaka sat facing her mic and waved me over. Hey, girlfriend!
手を振るさやかに笑顔を返して、用意されたマイクの前の椅子に座ろうとした。が、なんだろう。違和感を感じる。
I returned Sayaka's cheery smile and sat myself in front of the guest mic that had been prepared for me. But something felt wrong. Very, very wrong. Oh yeah, that's wrong.
どうしたの？
What's the matter? Oh, dead girl in the
なんで
corner.
もないよ。フラフラしちゃった。
Oh, it's nothing. I just felt dizzy for a second.
カメラもあるから、可愛い顔で行こうぜ。
Well, the camera's on you now, so wear your cute face, okay?
了解。キリ？
Roger that!
この子、篠崎家の調査資料にあった篠崎の一人娘、幸子だ。最近付きまとっていたのはこの子だったのね。
This child was the daughter mentioned in my research on the Shinozaki family. This was Sachiko. She was the one who attached herself to me.
幸子の目は真っ黒で、黒目がどこにあるかわからない。
Oh, it's
微動
Sachiko.
だにしないが、息を殺してこちらを見ているのが伝わってくる。
Her eyes were black and hollow, with no discernible pupils at all. She sat utterly motionless, but I knew she was watching me, waiting, biding her time, or biding her time.
体中の毛が逆立ち、頭に血、喉に胃液が逆流し始める。やはり篠崎家の呪いは強すぎる。私の力じゃコントロールできない。
My hair stood on end, blood rushed to my head, and bile surged into my throat. The Shinozaki curse was far too powerful. I couldn't surpass it.
さやかは見えていないんだ。いけない。収録機器に影響が出ないようにしなくては。
And it was clear Sayaka couldn't see her. This was bad. I had to be careful not to let Sachiko interfere with the recording.
では回します。企画お便りから。
Hi, Arachno. Happy Friday the 13th. How are ya? Okay, we're back. Start with the listener mail.
さて皆さんお待ちかね。今週のやってみたコーナーは
All right, folks, it's the moment you've all been waiting for. The topic of this week's Try to Do a Thing workshop is...
変えていいですかさダメもう
Oof, can I go home now, please? What do you mean, no? Come on, be a sport, huh?
仕方ないな今週はそう階段やってみたですうやー
Guess there's nothing I could do about it. This week's topic is... That's right, try to tell a scary story. Yikes.
ああもうやだって言ったのになんでみんないっぱいメール送ってくんの過去最高くらい来てるんだけど
Man, I told you all I didn't want to do this one. So why did you guys send in so many responses? We actually received a record amount.
それでねこんなの私一人じゃやってらんないので今日はゲストの方をお招きしておりますおお
Far too many to tackle myself. So, I've invited a guest to help me out.
スタッフ拍手早いよさてゲストは誰なんでしょうかってみんなもう分かってるかなあの方です
Hey, don't run the applause yet. I haven't even said who it is. Or has everyone already guessed? Because it's totally who you think it is.
作家にして心霊調査のプロフェッショナル美人であり頭脳明晰女子高生霊能作家の佐榎木奈穂さん
The pro with the no. How? Spirit investigator extraordinaire. As beautiful as she is brainy, it's high school paranormalist Naho Saenoki.
イエーイ奈穂ちゃん
Give it up for Naho!
こんにちは
Good evening.
来てくれてありがと
Thanks so much for coming.
ういえお招きいただき光栄です
No, thank you. It's an honor to have been invited.
おおどうですこの佇まいしっとりしてて素敵でしょ
Oh, how about that, everyone? So mellow, so modest. Isn't she just the bee's knees?
なほたんはね私とは実は学校が一緒でクラスも一緒でね
Naho and I actually go to the same school. We're even in the same class, isn't that right?
よく遊んでる仲良しなんだけどもうねそれを知ってる方から前々から来ていたんですよなほたんゲストまだーって
We hang out a lot, in fact. Some of you clearly knew that and have been outright demanding that Naho make a guest appearance for quite some time now.
叶えてやったよ喜んでね
Well, your wish is my command. My pleasure, in fact.
まあね一番喜んでるのは私だったりするんだけど
I think I may even be more thrilled to have her here than you
今回
guys.
は怪談特集ということで専門家のコメントをいただければと思ってますなおさん先に悪霊に向かってガツンと言ってやってください
Anyway, given today's theme, Naho seemed the perfect guest. So care to get us started with some choice words for any evil spirits that may be listening? Oh, just the dead girl in the
心
corner.
の狭間で震えなさい7つの星のもとに
Tremble on the border between this life and the next, under my 7 stars.
決め台詞きたーテンション上がってきたよ
That's what I'm talking about. Those ghosties have got to be shivering in their ethereal booties after hearing something like that.
では早速お便りを読んでいきましょう東京都 M 市のラジオネームなぎじゅんぺいさんからの怖い話
So let's get right to the listener letters, shall we? Here's a scary story from one Junpei Nagi of M City in Tokyo.
経験上今までほとんどの霊障はこちらの条霊力で少しずつ引いていくものだったけれどこの霊に関しては逆のようだ
In my experience, adverse spiritual manifestations from my research had always been easy enough to keep at bay with my powers, but this one was different.
白昼にこんなにはっきりと見えるほどのエネルギーなんて初めてだ
For this energy to be completely visible in broad daylight, I'd never see anything like it.
いけない。頭が悪そう。カメラ回ってるし、血は出さないようにしないと。
Ugh, this is bad. My head was splitting, but the cameras were rolling, so to speak, so I had to at least keep myself from coughing up blood again.
なほちゃんがスカートをギュッと握ってる。あれあれ？意外と緊張する子なのかな？
Naho was grabbing her skirt tightly with both hands, muscles completely rigid. My, was she actually getting nervous? How unlike her.
と、むしろ可愛く思えた私は、そのままリードする形で収録を進めた。
I kind of grinned internally a bit at the sight of Naho acting all girly and scared. It was adorababble? Are you guys seeing adorababble? Not adorable, adorababble. I don't know if that was intended, as I like to say, but I still had a show to host.
ドドーン！なんと、襖を開けるとそこには
Dunk! I slid open the door, and there before me I saw
とろりとこちらを見据える二つの目があったのです。うわーい！
a pair of eyes staring intently right into my very soul. Wow, that is so super freaky.
どうですか、なほさん。これ作り話ですよね。京都府の水野さん。ご冗談を。
How about it, Naho? This has got to be a fake, right? Mr. Mizuno of Kyoto is just pulling our leg, right?
そうですね。これだけの事例証拠では、真偽の断定は難しいと思います。
He may be, but with only this evidence to go on, it's hard to judge the authenticity of the claim.
ということは冗談ではなく、やっぱり水野さんの言うことは本当って可能性も。
So what you're saying is, it might actually be real? Gee!
ありますね。
That is a possibility, yes.
てかね、実はもっと恐ろしいことに気づいてるの。
Oh no, please. Actually, I've noticed something even more frightening since this segment
な
began.
ほちゃんがね、さっきからなんかチラチラ部屋の隅を気にしてるのよね。
Naho, your focus keeps drifting over to the corner of the booth.
と、
Well,
いるのいるの、まさかこのブースにいるの、私とナホタンの2人だと思ってたけど、まさかの3人。やめて
don't tell me. There's somebody here. Or there's somebody there. Is there? Oh, I'm getting chills. Do we have another guest with us today? An uninvited one? Please say no.
ああ、いえ、大丈夫ですよ。
No, we're fine.
盛り上げるためにテンションを上げながら、ナホちゃんの気づかれたって表情を見ているうちに、私はだんだん怖くなってきていた。
This seemed a perfect twist up to the tension of the segment, but the look on Naho's face suggested I may have been onto something, which was terrifying.
そう、ナホちゃんが本物の霊の世界に精通していることは100も承知のつもりだった。
Her guest spot on the show may have just been fun and games, but I knew Naho was about as well versed in spiritual matters as they
だけ
come.
ど、どこか絵空事というか、自分の住む世界と違うからって真剣に理解しようとしていなかったことに今更ながら気づいたのだ。
This gave her a great deal of confidence, but unbeknownst to me, that confidence was beginning to unravel all around
気
her.
づいた時にはすでに遅かったんだけれど。
She was in way over her head, and by the time she would come to realize this, it would be too late, and not just for her.
お疲れ様です。ラストいただきました。
Great work, everyone. That's a wrap. Oh, look at her. She's cute. The recording ended without incident, as far as anybody knew. Sayaka tossed a piece of chocolate into her mouth that she seemed to have brought with her. She was as casual and relaxed as can be.
さっき何か見えてたんじゃない？
So out with it. Did you see something in the booth or not?
見てないよ。
No, I didn't see anything.
ちらっと収録ブースに目を流す。もう先ほどの幸子の霊は消えていた。
I glanced back into the recording booth. Sachiko's spirit had disappeared a little while ago.
私は何事もなかったように さやかの話題を別の方へ誘導する。
I felt it was best to act as if nothing had happened, and successfully managed to steer the topic of conversation elsewhere. Until...
あれ
What the?
あ
どうしたの？
What's wrong?
誰か収録中喋りました？
Was someone talking out here during the recording?
収録中に喋るわけないじゃん。
No way any of us would make a rookie mistake like that.
集音ブースに聞こえるわけもないし。
You wouldn't be able to hear us from inside the booth anyway.
なんか声かな。ボソボソ聞こえるんです。
There's something on the tape though. Sounds like a voice to me.
どこどこ？
Huh? Where?
ここです。このやりとりのところ。
Here, during this exchange.
京都府の水野さん。ご冗談を。
Okay, Mr. Mizuno of Kyoto is just pulling our leg, right?
そうですね。これだけの事例証拠では、
He may be, but with only this evidence to go on,
二人の声しか聞こえないね。
I'm only hearing those two.
聞こえませんか？
You don't hear a third voice?
京都府の水野さん。ご冗談を。そうですね。これだけの事例証拠では、
ここです。さえのきさんのそうですねの後です。
Right there, after Miss Sayanoki says he may be.
ご冗談を。そうですね。これだけの事例証拠では、ご冗談を。
Oh no, they're gonna keep increasing the volume until we hear it and it's gonna freak us out.
そうですね。これだけの事例証拠では、これ見えてるって言ってるんじゃない？
I didn't hear anything. Did you hear something? I didn't hear anything. What? What?
「そうですね。これだけの事例証拠では、
Oh, I do hear it.
そうですね。これだけの事例証拠では、
It's super light. You have to turn your volume up to hear it, but it is there. Oh. Oh god, there is a voice. It's saying, I'm watching you, right?
そうですね。これだ。
Oh god.
嘘でし
You've got to be kidding me.
乗っちゃったよ。
It's in the recording, for sure.
ょ。やだ。
That's so
マジっ
creepy.
すか。
Is this for real?
本物？
An actual EVP?
おい、どうした？
Uh-oh. Hey, what's going on? The director? Is getting choked?
おいおい、なんだおい、しっかりしろ。
Hey, what's the matter? Pull yourself together.
突然、スタッフの一人が首を押さえてのたうち始めた。チアノーゼのように顔を真っ赤にし、口から泡を吐いて、呼吸不全に陥っているような症状だ。
Suddenly, the director began to clutch his throat and thrash around. His face was bright red and his mouth frothed over as he struggled to breathe.
おい、体を押さえろ。物が倒れてきたら危ない。
Hold him down. He's gonna knock everything over and hurt himself.
はい。
Yes, sir.
収まったか。
Is it over?
なんなの？何かの発作？
What was that? Some kind of seizure?
おい、息してないぞ。
Oh crap, he's not breathing.
おい、救急車呼べ。早く。蘇生措置。
Call an ambulance quickly, he needs CPR.
しっかりしろ、おい。
Come on, keep it together, man. The hell's going on?
ゲスト返せ。今日はバラシだ。
Send the guest home, we're done.
さやかの顔から笑顔が消えて怯えた表情になっていた。これは明らかに霊障だ。
Sayaka's unusual smiling countenance has been replaced by a thin mouth and a cold sweat. There was no doubt about it. This was the influence of that spirit.
霊界に接触したことのない人たちにとっては大きなショックだろう。私はラジオ出演を安請け合いしたことを後悔した。
And it must have been absolutely terrifying for her co-workers who'd never had contact with the spirit world before. I regretted appearing on the program. Did he die?
私やっぱり出るべきじゃなかった。
I'm so sorry. I guess I shouldn't have come.
いいのよ、気にしないで。
Oh, don't be silly. You did great.
スタッフも搬送先の病院で息を吹き返したみたいだし。
They managed to resuscitate the director too at the hospital.
番
Oh,
組
good.
的にはおかしなのは音声だけだからカットで放送できるし、例の声が乗ったことに限ってはエピソードとしては美味しいから逆にラッキーだよ。
And we can cut out the voice for the broadcast, but honestly, I say we leave it. I mean, it's kind of a lucky break, even when you think about it.
本当にお仕事手伝ってくれて感謝してるよ。
Yeah, they did make that scene really good. And he didn't die, he almost died, but Sachiko was there. I'm really grateful for your help today.
私もきっと恩返しするから、私に何かできることがあったら言ってね。あ、キルフェノンは来週、早速行こうぜ。
I owe you one, so if there's anything I can do for you, just let me know. Oh, and as for Quilfate-non, how's next week sound?
帰り道、やっとナホちゃんが笑ってくれた。よかった。
On the way home, Naho finally smiled, glad to see she still had it in her.
私が元気出さなきゃ、何も悪くないナホちゃんを傷つけるんだから。
I needed to put on a happy face myself, too. I was afraid if I seemed too gloomy, it would bring Naho down, and she hadn't done anything wrong.
感謝の気持ちでテンション上げてかなきゃね。
I had to let her know how grateful I was, and try to bring her spirits back up.
家が近くに見えてきたところで、私はコンビニに寄りたかったので、ナホちゃんの家まで行かずに夜道の角で別れた。
The two of us parted ways on a corner near our houses, as I needed to stop in at the convenience store for some groceries.
またね、今日はありがとう。
See you later, thanks again!
おやすみ。
You too, good night!
ここまで強く、粘着質の霊障は初めてだった。
I've never before felt a strong, persistent... Why can't I read correctly? I never before felt such a strong, persistent spiritual presence.
私の体に潜在する霊力をもってすれば、大抵の霊は近寄ることすらできずに散っていたのに。
I had a considerable amount of power within me, and usually it was more than enough to disperse any malicious wills that dared draw near.
さっきも、下手するとスタッフやさやかが呪い殺されてしまうところだった。
But even with all my concentration, I'd still put Sayaka and her coworkers in grave danger. They easily could have been killed by the
やっ
curse.
ぱり、響先生の身の安全を考えると、篠崎家については調査自体を中止すべきだ。
For the sake of dear Kibiki's safety, we really should have put the kibosh on our entire investigation into the Shinuzaki family line a lot sooner.
私は改めて決意を固めた。天神小学校の調査からは手を引こう。
But it wasn't too late to call it off, as far as I knew. I was going to pull out from the Heavenly Host Elementary case altogether. I've made up my
明
mind.
日にでも、きちんと古法にのっとった除霊祈祷を受けてこようかな。
I should probably undergo a traditional spirit exorcism as soon as possible.